So last time we have discussed about the single play, and in this topic we will discuss about the multiplay. So what is multiplay? Multiplay means if we want to perform multiple tasks. Play means task on multiple machines. So we want to perform different tasks on different machines. So we can write multiple tasks to perform on multiple hosts in a single playbook. So that's playbook that is known as multiplay playbook. So a playbook, that is a file, YML file containing a list of one or more plays. So remember that a single play is an ordered set of tasks to execute against a selected from inventory file. Selected host against any host that you have in your inventory file. So therefore, if a playbook contain multiple play, it means we have multiple tasks, and each play may apply its task in a separate set of hosts, and we want to perform that particular task for different machines. So we can use this particular multiplay concept, and it is used. This is very useful when orchestrating a complex deployment which may involve different tasks on different hosts. So we can perform this particular orchestration. It means we want to do a complex task on different machines. Like we want to configure the Apache, we want to configure the NFS, we want to configure the Samba. So these have complex tasks, not only one task, and different machines we want to deploy a big network. So these type of tasks can be performed by multiplay. So it can be performed a set of hosts. So writing a playbook that contain multiplay is very straightforward, and like this way we can write the task. Suppose this particular task is performed against this particular host. So I have this particular task. So create install yum. After installing the yum, start the service. So this is my two tasks that perform against this particular machine, and we have a second play that can be performed against this particular machine, and this is the task for this particular. So if we have different machines, this is a different machine and this is the different machine, and this is a different task and this is a different task, so we can perform. So that concept is known as multiplay. Multi means this play and this play. In this is a task, and this is a task. So that is known as multiplay concept. So in this, what is the concept and how to perform this particular? So I will show this particular concept practically. See, I have write one playbook already, right? So I will show you this. So go to Ansible folder, just see. So we have a already written a playbook, that is multiplay playbook, and we want to perform that particular task against this. So see what is in this particular playbook. So that is multiplay, and in this we have write some task. So I will show this first, then I see this is my first play against this particular host. This is my node 1. See where is node 1? So this is my node 1. See, this is my node 1, this one. This is my node 1 machine, this one. See what is the IP address of this particular machine? So that is 10.110. So this is my node 1. And check repo list all. First we have, yes, my repository is working in this machine, yum list httpd. I want to install the httpd. Okay, mount slash dev sr0 slash rhce in this. Okay, so just type sudo here and check again. Now this package is installed in my machine, so I will remove this first. Remove. Okay, I have removed this particular package from this particular machine. Now check again. So that is available. See here, I want to install the yum packages on this particular machine, and after then I want to start the service. So see again one more concept: system ctl status pd. See, there is no http service available, and we want to start this particular service. So this is my first task, this is my second task that can perform against this particular machine. So this is my single play from this to this, from this. So I will give a space. See, this is my first play and this is my second play that can perform against this particular task. So what is this machine? This is my node 2 machine. See, check the name of this machine. See, this is my node 2. And what is the IP address of this machine? So IP of this machine, that is 120. See, yum repo list all. Check first my repository is working or not. Yum list, we want to check MariaDB package. See, in this machine my repository not working, so just do one more command here. Just sudo here mount slash dev sr0, and I want to mount this particular on rsc dbd. Now it's available. Now check again. Now my yum is working properly, and remove this particular. Okay, my repo not working. Okay, sudo, just here sudo. Yes. So now check again by using the list command. So this package is available, not installed, and check the service also. System ctl status MariaDB. This one. So this service not available. So what is my task? This is my node 2 machine. This is my first task. By using the yum command, install this particular package, install latest version, and this is my second task. So what is my second? So this is my second task. So write here just second. So this is my second task by using the service module, and use here MariaDB, MariaDB. Just enable this one and state that is started. So I want to use two module. This is my yum module, this is my service module, and I want to perform this particular task against this particular machine, and this particular task against this particular machine. In this, the task is same, but the task can be different. But for just demonstration, I will show you. So this is a different task, and this is a different task. That task will perform again this particular machine. This task is performed again this particular machine. So this is my different package. This is my different package. Package is different, but module is same. This is the same module. This is the same module. service, this is also same module. So we have two tasks that can perform against this particular machine. This task perform against this particular machine and this task perform against this particular machine. So just save this particular playbook and check. So just check syntax check for this one also. Ansible hyphen playbook hyphen hyphen syntax syntax hyphen check syntax check. And I want to run a dry run for this one also. So run dry run for this one. So this task, this is my first task, this is my second task. For this machine, this is my first task, this is my second task. So we have performed. So now there are two changes for this particular machine, for this machine. So now check again. This task is not performing because I have just do a dry run, not installing that particular. So that is available. Now run this particular task against these two machines. This task has been performed. Now could not found request service MariaDB. Okay, only this first task has been enabled. So I will check what is the mistake in my MariaDB START started. Okay, so I will check here. Okay, so just write here MariaDB hyphen server. We have a package that is a server package regarding this. Now run this again. Okay, due to the space utilization, I am not able to install this particular package. Okay, just give me just 1 minute. So now my recording has been started. Now I will check. So I have resolved this particular problem. Now I will check. So I will cancel this particular task and run this particular task again. Gathering fact. So it will take time. Second task, second play against which machine? This particular machine. Okay, now check, this machine has been stopped. So that is the reason. So now I will check this again. This has been started again. So goes to this particular machine, then perform this particular task. And this is my second task. So we have a mistake regarding MariaDB dot service. So I will check first what is the reason of this. Just goes to this machine and check what is the reason. So I will check MariaDB package installed or not. Systemctl status MariaDB. So we have an issue regarding this one. Fail to start MariaDB. Okay, this service that is enabled also, but we have an issue regarding some failing issue. So I will check first yum install MariaDB. I will check all packages are installed or not. Then I will check this. Okay. So just mount here slash dev sr0 and slash rsc dvd. Now now check again all the packages that I want to install. So in this, what are the packages? Debill server backup, but we don't need to this particular package. No. So I will not install this. So I will check first all the packages are installed or not. Yes. Hyphen server. I want to check this one also. No, this is also installed in my machine. But what is the reason to start this? Okay, this will take a issue. So no problem for this because my main motive how to install the package. So I will resolve this later. That is not my part. So first check. So there is issue regarding the status because we have an issue regarding this. But my task is that so this is my second machine. On this we want to install this particular and we want to enable. Suppose if I just change this one, so I want to enable any other service that is known as CRON cron D, just this one, and I want to stop this. I want to stop this particular service and enable false. Just I want to disable that one. Then what will happen? Then run this particular again. So this task has been completed. Now go to this particular machine, node 2, systemctl status status cron D. Now check. This has been disabled and this has been dead. So this is the main concept that I want to tell you. So see again, if I want to enable this one again, then just change here. For enabling, just true here and just start it. STARTD started. So this our main motive. Then run again. So the task has been enabled and started. Check. Enabled and started. So now this multiplay has been completed. If any doubt regarding this one, Rahul, so you can ask. So this is all about the multiplay. So any doubt?
No, sir.
So this is my first play, and on this machine we want to perform these two tasks, and on this machine I want to perform these two tasks. So
Sir,
how
one
to
thing,
perform multiple tasks on multiple machines? Yes, Rahul, tell me. What is your question?
sir, one question is that we tried to install MariaDB. It was
Yes.
not installed.
it has been installed, but it has some other issue. But my task is that how to install and how to start the service.
Yes,
So
sir.
there is an issue to start the service, but MariaDB is not starting. So I want to check service module is working or not. So I will change the module. I will
Okay.
change the service module name. Then I want to check this will enable or started. So I want to check my this particular task is working condition or not. So it's working also and it's also working.
Yes, sir.
So there is an issue, other issue it can be that might be a other problem. So that is not a part of my task. So I will resolve that later.
Okay, sir. Fine.
So now I will move to my fourth chapter, that is regarding the variables. So this third chapter has been completed. Now I will move to my fourth chapter, that is managing variable and fact. So there is any idea regarding the variable? You have any idea regarding what is variable?
So variable is that which are stored the value of different values in different place of that,
So variables are
which
used to
varies,
store the
which
value.
can vary.
So variables are used to store the value. The value can be changed. So I can define the variable in playbook also. So Ansible also support the variable, and we can also define fact. So any knowledge regarding facts? What is fact?
No, sir.
Okay. Facts, these are also the variable, but these are predefined variables. What is the meaning of facts? These are predefined variables that can be checked on the manage host. Suppose if I want to check in your machine how much RAM you have, how much hard disk space you have. If you have the space, then you are able to install that particular package. So first I want to check the space on the manage host. Then we can use these facts. Okay.
So,
So
sir, facts is always checked,
these are also the predefined variables
and it
that
is
is
for.
already defined in all machines.
So we have to it is only for manage host, or it is for local host
It
also.
can be in your own machine. It can be in your local host machine. It can be in your remote host machine. Any machines
Oh,
always presented these facts. In my control load machine also, if I want to check my control load RAM, I can also check my local and my remote, both can be checked by using the facts, and these can also be defined for the local host and for the remote host also. So both are for the local and remote. So what is variable and how to manage this one? So I will show you. So Ansible support. Ansible, it's a language, it's a programming language, human readable language. It also support the variables that can be used to store values that can then be reused throughout files in Ansible project. This can simplify the creation and maintenance of a project and reduce the number of errors. So variables provide a convenient way to manage dynamic values for a given environment in your Ansible projects. So we can use variables during the creation of the user, installation of the packages, starting the service, remove the files, archiving, retrieving from the internet also. And what is the naming convention that we can define? What are the letters? What are the numbers that we can define? So variable name must start with a letter. Always start with a letter. They can only certain letter, number, and underscore. So what is the valid variable and what is the invalid variable name? Suppose if I give up space between two words that cannot be assigned as a variable. Suppose this is my web space server, so space cannot be used between the variables. So we can use only just underscore. So this can be a single entity, not a different entity that cannot be used. So just like if this is my remote dot file, so dot cannot be used. Dot cannot be used, space cannot use. We can only use just underscore, remote underscore file. So this is my first space file. So we cannot assign the first letter for the variable. So numerical value cannot be assigned for the variable, but we can use the numerical value on the end, like this one, like this one. But on the first, we can't use numerical value, and we cannot use dollar sign. So we can use just underscore and number also, but at the end, not that starting. So space cannot be used, dot cannot be used, first letter numerical number cannot be used, dollar cannot be used. So these are all the invalid variables, and this is the valid variable that can be used.
Sir, we can use minus sign, hyphen sign or minus sign.
Yes, yes, you can use. And what is the place where I can define these particular variables? So these are the valid and invalid variables, and in which location we can define these variables. So we have three places where we can define these variables. We can define this in a command line also. We can define this in a Ansible configuration file also. So we can define this in a playbook also, and we can also define in a inventory file. So that is known as global variable that can be defined in command line and Ansible. This is known as playbook level variables, that is called global scope, play scope, host scope. So we can define variables in playbook also, inventory file also, and command line also. So command line variable, playbook label variable, and inventory label variables. If suppose, read this line and tell me the meaning of this particular line. Read this one. Okay, I will tell you. If the same variable name is defined at more than one level, suppose if I have defined the variable in command line also, playbook also, and inventory file, same variable. And what is the preference? So command line variable take first preference. Command line variable take first preference, and playbook has second preference, and inventory has the third preference. So what is the preference? Highest preference, narrow scope takes precedence over a wider scope. Variable defined by the inventory are override by the variables defined by the playbook, which is overridden by the variable defined on the command line. So command line take first preference, then playbook take second preference. What is the second preference? Playbook. And then the last one, that is called inventory level variable. So inventory, so what is the first preference? So command line, it has first preference. Then after that, playbook label variable. So it will take second preference. And after then, third preference goes to inventory level variable. So that is called inventory level variable. Inventories, this one. This one. So this is the concept. If I define a single variable in multiple locations, So what is the preference for that particular variable? So we can define in different locations and what is the preference of that one. See, how to define the variable? See, this is my control load machine. LS. Okay. So this is the name of the variable that we can define. So this is a variable name and this is the value. This is the variable name and this is the value. So this is just like we can define the variable in a playbook. So when writing playbook, you can define your own variable and then invoke these values in a task. For example, this is a name, web underscore packages, and this is the value. So we can, if we want to install the std package, then we just write this particular name, variable name. Then that particular package has been installed. Here, this is the name where's. In this where, we can define these two variable. Suppose this is this one. This is where underscore files. This is the name of the variable. And we can also take the variable from the other file. So see here, playbook variables can define in multiple way. So we have different method. By using this method, we can define the variables. One common method is to place a variable in a where block. So it's a name of the block at the beginning of the playbook. And this is, it is also possible to define playbook variables in external file. Suppose if you place all the variable in a file, then you can call that particular file in a playbook also. So in this case, instead of using where block in the playbook, we can define where's underscore files. Directive may use followed by a list of name for external variable files retrieved relative to the location of the variable. So you should define the location. In my current location, this file, so it will call that particular file. So we have different method that we can use. See, if I want to call that particular variable using variable in the playbook, how to use that particular variable? So after variable has been declared, after the declaration, the administrator can use variable in task. So variables are referenced by placing the variable name in double curly braces. So in a double curly braces, so we can call that particular variable. Suppose this is my name of that particular variable and I want to call that particular variable, then what I will do? We can't use like this. So we should always use double quote, end of the double quote, start with curly braces, end with curly braces, and maintain the space here and maintain the space here also. So this is the good method to apply the variable, to call the variable. See here, this is not a good method. We can use like this and we can also use like this also. So how to call that particular variable? So this is a wrong method and this is a good method. So you should write like this. So here there is no double quote. So the variable cannot be called. So if I want to call any variable, so double curly bracket mandatory and double and the curly bracket with enclosed with double quote also. So this is the concept how to call for any variable. So
So,
I
sir,
will show some example how to call this.
so
We
curly
can,
braces is necessary, or we can use
yes, see here, curly braces is mandatory and not only curly braces. Double quote also mandatory. See here, I am not using here double quote, so it will show me error. See here, this is a method and this is a method. So you should write like this, not like this. So it's not a good method. So the variable cannot call. If you want to call that particular variable, so this is a name, foo. It's my variable name. And I want to call this particular. So the value of the foo can be called by like this way. So this is the method. By using this method, we can call that particular variable. So see here, when a variable is used, the first element to start a value, quote are mandatory. See here, it has written in this. Double quote is also mandatory. This prevents Ansible from interpreting the variable references as the start of the YML dictionary. So you can use like this. And we can also define the variable in the inventory file also. So it can be a host variable and it can be the group variable also. See here, inventory variables that apply directly to hosts fall into two broad category. Host variable apply to a specific host and group variable apply to all hosts in a host group or in a group of host. Host variable take precedence over group variable. It means if I have defined a host variable, host group, host variable and group variable. So what is the first preference? So host variable take first precedence over the group variable. See, this is my group variable. So goes to this machine, take the username, this one. And this is also group variable. So this one. So for all these two machines, the username is this. See here, this is the group variable, this is group, this is my group, and this is also group. And for all the groups, use this particular username. So we can define this is my user, this is the name of the variable, and this is the value. So we can define like this. We can define like this also. For this whole servers group, use this variable. So you can also use this one like. So I will show this one by one, all the concept. See here, this is my group name, this is my group name. For these two groups, I have defined the children also. See, for this particular data center, use this particular variable. For data center 1, use this variable. Data center 2, use this variable. So how to define this, I will show. So this is my demo 1, this is my demo 2, this is my demo 3, this is my demo 4. In this install this package, in this install this package and this package. All the packages different. So we can define according to the PC name, according to the group name. Both can be used. I will show this whole concept practically. See this one, and if you want to define the variable in a command line, so just type E. E means extra variable. So this is the name of my variable and this is the value. This is the name of my variable and this is the value that we can use. So this is concept, and these all are just like array variable. So we can define multiple variable, that is known as using arrays as a variable. See, if I want to create a user, this is the user value, Bronze, B Jones, A Cook, and this is the name, sub variable also. So we can call like this. If we want to call this, so we can call like this. Users.bjones.first name, users.acook.home. So this is the concept regarding the array variable. And what is the other one? We can also use the register variable that I will also discuss with you. See, install this package and register this particular in this particular variable. So this is my variable name. So this will register all the information for this. So this will be registered and I want to check this particular value. So we can also check. So this is the value that we want to check. So that is known as a register variable. So here I will discuss about the playbook variable, inventory variable, and command line variable, and also about the array and also about the register variable. So these all are regarding the variables that I will show one by one practically. Then you can better understand what I want to say you. So this all completed. Then I will show one example of this particular exercise. See this exercise. So these are the name and of the variable. This is also name. So we can call like this and this same. So how to call these particular variable I will show you. I will show this whole example that you can better understand what is the meaning of that particular variable. So I will show this whole exercise. See from the starting. So just give me 1 minute, then I will start. Okay, just 1 minute.
Yes, sir.
Resume. So recording has been started now. So I will show this whole exercise practically. So see from this. So goes to this particular location, but at this time I am on this particular location and create a playbook. Give any name for this. So playbook dot yml, this, and I want to write this whole. So just copy this and paste here. So see, so this is the name and this is my host, but my host is, okay, I will just write web servers and just variable name, and this is the another name. So this is the main value. In this we have this particular value, this also value, this also value, this value also, and this value also, and this value also. But I will use only just 3 value first, not like this. I will remove this one also, and this one also. So I will use these 4 value first, then I will show you the result. So these my 4 values. So this is my variable name, web underscore package. This is my variable name, firewall underscore pkg, web underscore service, firewall underscore service. So these are the values. These the name, these the values. So value, this is the name, this is the value, this is the name, this is the value, name, value, name, value. So we have 4 variable names that I have defined here. Just define the task. So in this order, define the task. So this is my first task. So just copy this particular task and just paste here. So this is my first task that is regarding to this one, installation. So first it will install, and what is the name of that particular package? So that is the first name, this one, and this is the second name, this is the third name. But I am do not want this now, so just delete this one, delete. then use this. So just state. So this is the name of the module. So these are the name. Web underscore package means this particular package. PKG underscore firewall underscore PKG means this particular. So install these package first. So this is my first task. So just use here double quote and double quote also. Curly bracket also. Then space. Maintain the space from this and this. Maintain the space. If you are not maintaining the space, this particular variable cannot be called. So how I will call this? Just double quote, double curly bracket, space and space. Same for the other variable also. And what is my other task? So I want to define the second task. So what is my second task? So this is my second task. Just copy this one. This is my second task. Just copy this, then paste here. So I will install this one also. Just service. I want to enable this also, and state that is started. So what is the name of my service? Service name is HTTPD. Service name is firewall D. So this is first regarding the firewall. So this is my firewall service. So it will call this particular name, and after that we want to write this particular task also. So just copy this and check and paste here. So this is my third task. See this one. Okay, now go to end, just enter and copy this whole regarding the service. So this is my service module, and this is the name enabled, just state. So this is my service module. This is my name, web underscore service enabled true state, that is started. Now what is the next step? So this. So I will check this whole first. So this is my package name. This is my package name. So these two packages has been installed, and this is the service name, these two services. So this is the task for first service. This is a task for second service. I want to check these variable will call or not. So I will define this name here. So just define this name in inventory file. So just open inventory file. So what is inventory? This one. So just cc and just enter, paste this value here and define the name, group name, that is servers, that is web server, web server.
Sir, why did you delete the manage host?
So I will write this in this particular place, because I want to perform this task only these two machines. So I will place here the group name, that is my host group, and this is the individual. If I want to perform the task on this machine, that just name, write this particular name, because I want to just for demonstration on these two machines only. So I wrote here this particular group name. So this is my web server host group. These two machines in this particular group. If I want to perform this task in only this particular machine, just write this particular name. Then check. So first I want to check the syntax check. Ansible hyphen playbook hyphen syntax hyphen check. So my syntax check has been performed and I want to, okay, we have 3 dashes. See, my task has been completed because my yum already installed, firewall already installed. So just start the service only. In which machine? Only just node 2. So my task has been completed. Suppose if I remove the HTTP from this one, then check. First, I will show you how to remove this one. So just remove this HTTP service. See, remove. Okay. Sudo. And I want to remove this one. So just copy this whole command and write this for this particular machine also. See, I want to remove this. No package. Okay. This has been removed also. Now check again this particular command again. So I want to do a dry run. On these two machines, this package has been installed and the service has been enabled. See this one, this already enabled and this one. So 2 changes on this machine and 2 changes on this machine. HTTP service enabled and installed. Because by default firewall D package and firewall D service already enabled, so it not perform like this particular task. So this is about how to call that particular variable. See here, I want to write this particular task and we have some other task also, this one and this also. I want to check this. So I want to check these 2 tasks also. See, so I will write this task in a control load machine. So just goes to this particular file and just write this one in this place. So just copy this task. So this is the name of this particular task and this is the copy module. So copy module is used to write the content and in this particular location. So it will write this particular content on this particular file. So this is my other task that is performed by copy module. So this is the content and this is the destination. So just move to the last one and perform the other task also. So what is the other task? So this is the last one, not last. So see this particular task and regarding the firewall. So use firewall D module. This is my firewall D module and add this particular service added permanently and reload this particular service immediately and state should be enabled. So use this particular module, add this particular rule. So this particular variable is not defined, so this will not work. So I will show you, if you have defined, if you want to call that particular variable, if the variable is not defined, so you cannot call that particular variable. See, and what is the last one? pkg, this one also, that I will also call. So see here, this variable is not defined and I want to call this. So see the result, which message it will show you. Then first syntax check, see the result. See result, which particular task, because I am not defining this particular rule variable. See here, error was rule undefined. So if you want to call any particular variable, so first of all you should define that particular variable, then you are able to call that particular variable. So this will check in whole, but the variable is not defined, so this will show me error regarding this is wrong and missing quote. See me other errors also. So first we should have defined this particular variable like this one. So you should have to define this variable and you should also define this particular variable. So I have defined only 4 variable, not these 2 variables that I have deleted just for the demonstration. If I am not defining the variable, then you are not able to call that particular variable. So variable should be defined also, then you are able to call that one. So I will define this again. So go to the first, this one, and define this variable, these 2 variable. So just copy this and paste here. So this variable has been defined, and this particular also call this particular for the installation also here. So just move to the end and just define this also. So I have defined this particular Python 3 my py my SQL and this also. So this already has been defined, and just I want to check now this will work or not. So I will check syntax check first. Now check, this has been done and firewall has been enabled. Now we are able to call that one. So this is the concept. Suppose if you want to verify your HTTP service is running or not, so call, write this on the last. See this one, this is the last. Create a new play that query the web service to ensure everything has been correctly configured or not. So you want to check this in your local host machine. So what you should have to write in the playbook? So on your local host machine, and define the Ansible fact, Ansible does not have the change to identity. So set the become module false. You can use URI module to check the URL information. For this task, check the status of 200. Confirm your web service is running or not on this particular managed host machine, and properly configured or not. So that is running or properly configured. You should have to write this the last play. So this is my last play. Not a task, it's a play, different play that you should have to write. So write this particular play and perform this particular play on my host. On my host means my local machine. So that is known as local host. So you don't need to become for true. So just define the task, and this is my first task. By using the URI module, I want to open that one, but my machine name is this. So that is node 1, node 1 that I want to check.
Sir, in top, in the name verified against Apache service, it should be two space required.
Which particular, which
Yes,
one?
sir. No, no, no. Below this, yes, sir. There is space in the
This,
left hand side column.
this one.
Sir, yes, the above one. The name. It
Yes,
should be
here, this.
here. Two space
Yes,
required.
this required. This indicate the list. So this matches from the first one. This is my first play. See, this is my first play. See this one. This is my
Okay,
first
okay.
play. And for the same indentation, this is my second play. See this one. That perform on this machine. This is a different machine. See, this is a different machine. And this is a different machine. This is my local host. It means my control node machine. On this machine goes to this machine, perform this particular task to ensure the web service is running or not. So just it will put me the message. So I want to check this particular task for local host machine. So I want to perform this one. So repeat this task 2 times. Just I want to check this in which machine also. So just type here node 2 also. Node 2. So we have two machine, node 1, node 2. So just open the website, web service configured properly or not. So I want to check these two tasks because this task has been configured on this machine also, this machine also. So I want to check the web page, node1.lab.example.com, node2.lab.example.com for just confirmation. So now run this particular again. But not like this, in a verbose mode, -vv, in a verbose mode. I want to check this. Check. What is the status code?
Showing, sir, 200.
200. It means my web service running properly. And what we have written in the particular index file. So check what we have written. This is my local host. This is also local host. Text, content type, Red Hat Enterprise Linux. This is the status code, and this is also the status code. And this is the URL information. See this one, node1.lab.example.com. I will see this one, node2.lab.example.com or node1.lab.example.com. If you want to clear by this by using curl command, you can also use the curl command. See here, curl command. So what curl? See, example web content, because we have write which one, example web content. This is the content that written in this particular HTML page. And if you want to also verify this by using the explorer, so just copy this one and just open the web browser, Firefox, any web browser that you want to use, just paste here. See what is the content, like this. If you place here just node 1, you can also open the node 1. Now my two web servers running properly. So any client is able to open that particular website. So my these two web server has been ready on this machine also and this machine also. So this is the concept. In this, what we have discussed, how to call the variable. In this, we have discussed how to call the variable. Okay.
Sir,
Now, any doubt
sir,
regarding the variable?
s- sir, one doubt is there. Lab dot example, instead of lab dot example, we can write also www.google.com.
Yes, if you want to like this one, so you should have to maintain the entry of which one?
Of
This one, www.
Okay.
If you have the name service, then you are able to write this particular like this one. But at this time, I am not having the name service like this. So we are not able to open like this. So we can open only node 1.
Okay, sir.
Suppose if you want to open this like this way, so just goes to this particular location and then just hosts file here, just node 1. If you want to open this like this way, so just type here www. Then I will check this. I am able to just quit. Okay, quit here and just use sudo, then move to the first www and just goes to this location and right here just www. Okay, not because this is not defined in my playbook also. This is not defined in my playbook also. If I write the playbook in the playbook, so I will check this. So it goes to the first, this one. Just write www. I will check this will work or not. Because this is not working because this name resolution will not work. Request failed. So we should also define in the inventory file also. Then this whole process will work.
Okay,
So at this
means
time,
we have to define, if we change something, so we have to define every stage.
yes, in all location you should have to define this one.
Okay.
Then you are able to open this. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So I just curl here. Just I want to check www.lab.example.com. Not working the resolve host entry. So this entry should be maintained in which location? In manage host 1. Where is manage host 1? This one. I will show this in node 1 vim. So I will check curl curl www.lab.exampleexample.com. I want to check not working. So just goes to this particular file and this is my file. And where is node 1? This one. So just you have to write www and I want to check this again. Okay, just q, just type sudo here and just move www and I want to check this again. This will work or not. Okay, no. So just goes to the file again, www.lab.exampleexample.com. So I will write the whole name, then I will try. Yes, it's working. So you should have to write the whole name in for the, because the name resolution is not working. Now it's working.
Yes, sir.
So this is the concept. If you want to open this in web browser also, so just copy this one and paste this in a web browser also. Okay, we have a just problem regarding the space, so we are not able to open this one. So just open this again. We have a already the web browser. Now check this one, but my machine is not working, so it's not working like this. So this is the whole concept, that you can also use like www, then any other name, but these all should be work, like name resolution should be work and other things also work, then we are able to open like any particular name. Okay, so this is the whole about the variables, and then I will move to the next concept, that is regarding to secret, managing secret. So that is about how to manage the vault, that I will discuss. Just I resume. So I have told, as I have told you, I will show this particular host variable and group variable practically. So how I will place this particular value. Suppose if I want to define this particular username for this particular group, and this for all for this particular group, so I will define a group and I will define a username. See here, so these are known as inventory variable. So just check what is the information in my configuration file. We have just information regarding the inventory location, and what is in my inventory file, just check. We have this type of information in this particular location. So goes to your inventory, just and for this one, see, and just give a name here, any name that you want to define. See, I want to define the name servers, and for these two machines you want to define this whole concept. So just remove this one, remove this concept also. Okay, I will first I will show you just individual information. See, so we have a machine, the machine name is manage host, and we have a second machine, the machine name is node 1 and node 2. Goes to this machine and take the username DevOps. Goes to this machine and take the username, take the password Red Hat, and goes to this machine, username is admin, and this also admin, the password is Red Hat, the password is Red Hat. So this is just like host group. What is the example of this one? That is known as host group, and this example I will told you later after this. So just see, and I want to perform a task that is this particular, and I want to check when I take SSH, and what is the information. This is my admin, and this is also group ID, and this is admin, this is a part of wheel group, this is also part of wheel group, this is also part of wheel group, but this is a admin user and this is a DevOps user, because we have right for this machine, take this particular username DevOps user, and for these two machines take the username admin and password also written in the inventory file. So we can also define the variable in the inventory file. So that is known as inventory level variable. So this is my variable and this is the value. This is my variable and this is the value. And I want to define this like this way. Goes to this machine, take this particular, and we can also define like this way. So I want to define like this way. So how I will define this? See, goes to this inventory file, just vim here, and so just define the name. Name is servers. So this one. Again a name, servers, this one. And in this server we have two machine, node 1 and other, that is also node 2, this one. And here we want to define a variable, just press this I, where's. We want to define a variable, and the variable is for this machine. See, this is server, this is where, and define the username. And I want to define the username, so that is like this. So take this particular username and password. So goes to this machine, take this particular username, and this is the password, and this is my other name, that is host group. So on this particular group, these are two machines, these are my two machines. So for these two machines, take this particular variable. So this particular where's compulsory after the colon, and this is my username. For these two machines, take this particular username and this particular password, and I want to check this will work or not. So see, just check ID again. So now admin SSH. Okay, I do one mistake here. Just use like this, like this. So this is my username, this is my password. So we should have to write this particular way, not in a one line. So go perform this command again. So this will work. So this will goes to this machine. So this is the username, and for this machine, this is the username. So we can write any variable in the inventory file also. And if you want to define like this way, so just create two folder that I will show you after this. So this has been completed. Any doubt regarding this, Rahul?
No, sir.
Like this particular group variable and this host variable.
No, sir.
So this is your host name and this is the variable name. This is the group name and this is the variable name. So I will show this particular example after this. So any doubt regarding?
No, sir.
Okay. So I will show this. Hello.
Yes, sir. डाल दीजिए सर इसको भी.
Yes. So we have one more concept here, that is regarding the group where and that is host where. We have already these particular two folders, group wheres and host wheres. See here. So we have a folder name is group underscore where and host underscore where. And what is in this particular group? So we have a file, the file name is this, and we have also a folder that is host, the file name is this. And what is the entry in my inventory file? So this is my group name. So we have create a file. See this one, see this particular line, to define group variable for the server group. So you would create a YML file. So this is my YML file. Which one? This one. This is my file, this is my file. If you do not want to use YML, it will automatically take the YML format. You don't need to mention the extension here. If you want to omit this one, so you can omit. If you do not want to use this, so you just omit this one. So this is the entry of my manage host. So we have created a file just like in a host group regarding this particular, and for group regarding this one. So we have defined some variable in my servers.yml and manage host 1.yml, and this is the entry. See this one. So I will show you. Just cat host, we have this particular variable ansible underscore ssh underscore user. This is my username. For goes to this machine, take this username. Goes to this machine, take the password, and use this particular group. And for this one, use the DevOps user as a username and read it as a password. So we have defined the variable for the manage host, individual host group, and this is for group. So it will automatically take and check my configuration file. We have nothing in this particular, this one. See this one, there is no entry in this particular. And how I will prove this one? So just I will take, so use this particular command. Which one? This one. So just remove this and use here just servers. So which particular username it will take? It will take DevOps. And if I just place here the manage host machine, managed host 1, see, it will take admin. So when we goes to this machine, the username is this one, and when we go this particular two machines, this is just my group, that is called host group. This is my just host entry. So like this way, we can define the recommended practice is to defining inventory variable like this particular way, host underscore where and group underscore where directory. Not to define them directly in the inventory file. If you do not want to use this in an inventory file, you can create a YML file by using this particular name in these directories by using the individual names. Like see this one. This is the inventory, this is the data center 1, this is the data center 2, and we want to define the variable for data centers. It means these for two group, and we want to install this particular package. So just define this particular package variable, and this is the value. And if I want to install the package in these two groups, so we can use this particular in this project. This is my group underscore wares and data center. Suppose if I want to install the different package on different groups, so this is the HTTP, this is the Apache. So we can also define like this way. So this is shame, and this is the host variable, just like a host variable. So on goes to this machine, install this package, goes to this machine, install this package, goes to this machine, install this package. Same like I'm defining just the username, and you can also define any variables that can be under the host underscore where directory, and it can also be under the group underscore where's file. So this whole concept has been cleared. If any doubt regarding this, Rahul, so you can ask any question.
Sir, one question is this, that in manage host, we have mentioned in a single line,
Yes.
and in means username and password in same line, and in
Here, if you want to check, see this, not a single line, different lines. It's in a different line.
okay, and
Because this is just like colon. Colon means just like a format. This indicate, this just work as a separator. Just colon, this is the value. So this is the key and value that I have already told you. When you define the playbook, what I will write? Just name and value. Name and value.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
So it will take just like that particular attribute. Okay. So if you want to check in a group also, see this one. This is my name. This is the value. This is the name. This is the value. Because this is the method that you can write in a playbook. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this
It's
has
clear.
been also completed, and I will prove this one. Suppose if you want to check like this, so at this time on this particular machine, it will take the username this one, and if you want to define the variable, so which particular value you want to define, so just see here, and we want to define the value like this. So this particular thing that I want to use, and I want to define the extra variable, so we can also define the extra variable. So like this way we want to define the hyphen e for extra variable, and we what we want to define, so we have the value this one, so I will place this here. And what is my username? So I want to define the username at this time. For this particular manager's username is admin, and I want to define the DevOps, this one. Then see the result. So at this time, which one it will take? Which one it will take? I have
Top
defined
DevOps.
the manage host, that is admin. But now we want to change this value at a time, not for temp. It just work as a temporary. It's not a permanent solution. It's a temporary. Suppose I want to change the value for only this particular command, not for all commands. Then we can also define the extra variable. So these will take the first preference. This will take the first preference.
So it changed to admin to DevOps.
Yes, only for this particular command, not for the whole command. If I repeat this command again, then see the result. It always take this one. If I define this particular extra variable, then the value will be changed. If you want to define any other, suppose I want to define this, but we have another user, but I don't know the password for that one. So just you can define this one. So this is called extra variable. Suppose if you want to install the package, but the package value is HTTP, but you want to define the Apache, so you just use this one. So this will not take from this particular file. This will take from the, so this particular value has the first preference that you can use. So this is the method that you can use in a command line. So these are called command line variable. Now this all variable concept has been completed. Now I will told about the other concept. So that is regarding this one, that I will start in the next session. Okay. So today I will end the session, and the next session I will start from the managing secret. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So I will complete this Ansible Vault. Then after then we will start the new concept, that is regarding the managing facts. So these two topic I will complete in the next session. Okay. Bye.
Okay, bye, sir. Thank you.
Bye, Ram. Welcome.